Hello, welcome to the Broccoli level. This is my area first. I'm James McCoy and I'll be starting the walkthrough. We're gonna need some copper coils. Over here is the first one. Then type of over here. And then in this water, that's very dangerous. The only way are not down those spots. If you run into them, they won't knock over, and the ground null has no effect on it. So there's a flexible back there, they got thrown out. And then there's one up here. Roof falls in case you think maybe you can get caught there. Another flexible here, and some bolt cutters, so you can get into the room. Another flexible back here, some bushes you gotta jump over. A refrigerator in the way. In between the cars, we have another one. And this roof false. This is the warehouse. Got all my boxes and a flexible over there. Try to leave. Tells you need more copper coils to open the door. This one right here has it. Bridge collapses as you step on it. Roof collapses as you step on it. Stuck in the tree is another flexible. A little bit harder to get to. There we go. In the grass, we got some more. Got a bush here so you can go back if you need to. Or if you want to. Those are flexible. But over here in the grass, what you see is the bolt cutters. More treasure, more treasure, more treasure. In the library, so that's where you find treasure. And that is the end of my area.
This area is designed by me, Andrew Mullen. It's an underground mining facility that takes place in a sort of mountainous region. The first thing the player will notice is this box over here. They'll likely want to grab it and move it, and it can be picked up with the grab nulls they discover. As they move along, they'll notice over this way there's a broken door, and a message will alert them to that. They'll want to get over it, and they'll likely use the box they found to push over here and jump up to this ledge. Well, in theory. Once the player makes it up to the ledge, they can run across this plank forward into the next area. This area is a slightly mountainous ramp that the player can simply just climb up by jumping. They go up and around to avoid the stalagmites. It's not much of a challenge, but it provides a little bit of scenery to the player. The player continues moving forward, and after clearing the cliffside, they notice a room filled with minecarts. Playing around with the gravinal, they discover that the mine carts can be moved. Various collectibles are hidden around the room, but the main area the player wants to go to is over here by this large mining drill. Using their gravinal and pushing the blocks around, they can make it up onto the mining drill and out of the room. Though it takes a bit of work to move the minecarts around, it's not really a huge challenge for the player. though it certainly makes it harder if they accidentally moved the wrong minecarts like I did. After finally getting all the correct minecarts in place, the player can jump up to them. After getting all of the correct minecarts in place, the player can jump up to them, and across, and forward on with the level. The next room is seemingly empty and not very suspicious, but the player takes this staircase and climbs up. They can look down through the glass ceiling to see various batteries in every single room, though it's hard to tell because of the lighting, which needs to be fixed. Some of the batteries are sparking. Using this knowledge, the player can avoid and sneak past the rooms that are trapped with broken batteries. The final room is fairly simple. There is a ledge in the way that the player must climb up. The player can use various boxes found in the room to get up the ledge. And that takes us to the end of my level. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tyler Thompson, and this is my portion of the level. In my portion, the players must get through this canyon to reach a facility on the other side. Up here, the player has to get through this door. There's a pressure plate right here. The player steps on the pressure plate, door comes down, they get off, the door goes back up. To get through here, the player must pick up one of these missiles over here, set it on top of the pressure plate, and run through the door. This next area, there's a small chasm here, the collectible over there, one over here. I must jump across here to get through. And there's all these boxes the player can bust through and throw around if they want to. Up here, there's an even larger chasm that the player must get across, and to get across, the player has to use these boards, set one down in the middle so that they can cross over to the other side. Up here, there's another door. The player must use this little bomb right here to get through it. On the other side, there's a ladder behind this tree that the player can climb up, and then run up this little slope. Up here, there's another chasm with a pool at the bottom of water, and the player has to jump to this little island to get across and down the other side. And down here into a new area, and there's hidden behind these trees is a collectible, and then what the player must do here is there's another pressure pad right here hidden behind these boxes that lowers the elevator behind me. The player must then step on the elevator, ride it up, get to the next area. Over here there's a broken aircraft over here, a broken jet laying down. The player can fire the engine for just a couple of seconds by pressing E on it. Send it to this. The player must then press this button, which extends out a bridge across the chasm, which allows the player to cross and go into the next area.
Alright, hello everyone, my name is Jamie Allison, and this is my level. Crossing over from the previous level, we're going to go ahead and follow the designated path, and we are going to run into a barricaded door. Alright, well, we slide up just a little bit, we can see that there's a hatch above where the door was. So we're going to use these crates that we just passed by a moment ago, stack them against the wall. Stack them against the wall like so. Go ahead and drop through the hatch. It's going to land us in a parking garage. You see a few items below the car. Go ahead and see if we technically need anything. We do. We need an ID. I'm going to start by the only yellow one that I seen. See what happens. In fact, is the ID card, so that we can go open this door right here. Look around. Looks like we're in a lobby of some sort. And we need an access code to enter that door. Go ahead and start breaking some stuff. Break that glass there. That is indeed not it. Go ahead and break this right here. Grab whatever is in this showcase. Short out 3 circuits with an EMP. Grab that rock. Go ahead and break this glass right here. Okay, looks like a map. Grab the map. There's something underneath that desk there. Go ahead and grab that. Jump over this debris. It looks like we have the access code, so go ahead and open this door. Hop on over. That way's barricaded. Those are also barricaded. Go ahead and climb the ladder. Drop down. You just hit a checkpoint, and now we are going left, and it looks like there's fire in this room, and also a turret. So I'm gonna go ahead and get through here as fast as I possibly can. And there is an EP. Okay, destroys the turret. Took quite a large amount of damage there. Luckily, there are health pickups. Alright, we're at 55 now. Oh, there's another turret. I'm gonna duck down and hide behind this stuff over here. Okay. Open this cabinet. Grab the screwdriver. So there's a collectible right there. Go ahead and go underneath the desk and out the other side. Hit that EMP. Hopefully the turret does not touch us. It does not. Let's go ahead and pick this up. Back to 70. Alright, there's like a little shaft over here. Press E to use the screwdriver we just picked up from the cabinet. Crouch down. Okay, now there's 3 turrets in this room. Looks like an armory of some sort. Let's see if I can time this. Actually, no, we can go ahead and crouch. See if that works out. There's another health pickup right here. Okay. Use the EMP. That will destroy these turrets. Unfortunately, I forgot to put those down. So go ahead and step on that pressure plate that it told us to find to open the door. The door is now open. Okay, now we went ahead and we are taking damage from poison gases coming from the vents. So let's hurry up and get this rock and bust this glass. Oh, alright, let's go ahead and grab that. We have a diamond. Alright, so what the bastion one is to get. Let's go ahead and jump through the escape hatch and proceed to the next level.
Once you enter my level, kind of an old government building, standard stuff, kind of how you see in a city hall or a like-minded building. The central area will have some items that are hidden, but none of them are going to be key items. It's going to be your way to pass from room to room. Now, right off the bat, I've chosen to go to the records room. It's one of 2 originally unlocked rooms, the other one being the basement. Even though you can choose, you have to do both if you want to progress. The records room is obviously a platforming room. The damage volume you can escape. It won't kill you right away, but it will do damage to you, which can cause you to die later on. Once I grabbed that key item, as you saw, the room changed. So now, instead of going back the same way you came, there's some proof of the damage. You have to go back a new way by navigating these new platforms and moving them. One thing to point out is these platforms they will slide out under your feet. So you need to be quick when you're jumping on and off the moving platforms in this room or any of the rooms. You'll see it again in the catwalk room. So that's a platforming with low damage. Jumping to the basement's the next unlock room. Again, both these rooms you will need to complete in order to progress. Now, clearly, there are some damage volumes. The idea, you can either run through them like I just did there, or you can place this block and jump over the damage volume. Now, while taking damage or running or jumping over is optional, you need to bring the block with you because it heats up and will destroy the tanks. This is a key item you need. If you don't get the key item, you won't be able to leave the basement. So once you've cleared your path out, you'll hit another set of closed doors. These doors are being blocked by pillars. Simply move the pillars as far towards the hinge as you can with the grapnel, and it will unlock these. It'll unlock the path for you. Now once you get to the top, you'll see that path that was cleared. If you noticed before, when you entered the main hall, there were 2 walls there. They're now gone. The other thing you did is open up the breaker room door. You can see it elevated just above the roof. It was not originally like that. This room is only accessible if you go through the basement. So in order to reach the breaker room, you have a small maze full of blocks you need to move out of the way. And the blocks are the more obviously in the way blocks. Get to the door, didn't quite open all the way, but you can crouch underneath. You enter a room that looks essentially empty minus the boxes here. You can move these boxes and you will find your breaker box. Go up, flip the switch, and you've unlocked the power relay room. You will have a short-circuiting animation by these particle effects and a key item. Pick up the key item. You will need it in order to progress further in the level. This is more of a puzzle. Easiest way to solve it is just do them all. Inside Knowledge says use that one to unlock the shipping room door. But you will need to reroute the power in order to progress by moving those nodes onto the proper power pads. You can use that secret exit I just used to get out if you don't want to weasel your way back through. Now, from there, we move to the shipping room as indicated by this item. Once you're down here, there's only one way out. That's going through. So you have a maze, you can go this way, or you can go this way. This is the correct way, and you'll know because, oh, look, there's my item. There will be hidden items around here, but if it's an item next to a door, it'll indicate which way you're supposed to go. As stated, this box can be used to climb to the 2nd floor. Because there are no stairs to the 2nd floor, you'll have to make your own. So bring this box with you. You want to make sure it comes down with you. Throw it over here. Now this is a placeholder for the workbench. All those key items are actually for something. You come over here and you build a control unit. You also unlock that door. Now the door has stopped moving. Bring myself back. We're going to take our box. As stated before, we will need it. We're going to bring it up to the top floor with us. Now this big box that it's toppling over is actually required. You'll notice that there's a set of platforms to get to the second floor, and there's a rather tall box. However, your box is just not quite going to be enough to get to the top of the tall box. So you'll come back. You'll close the gap. You have your makeshift stairs that'll get you to the second floor. Once you're on the second floor, you'll enter the catwalk room. This is where that control node you built is going to come into handy because it allows you to access these control nodes. So it's more of a control node controller. The control nodes obviously will spin these platforms. Should you fall, there actually is a way out. That'll take you right back to where you were. You can hop back up. And once you're back up, head back to your platform. So there's peace of mind in knowing once you fall, you don't have to worry about dying and snapping back. Of course, maybe that would be easier. Thought for the beta. Maybe I should just kill you. But you continue to go through this room, accessing each control node. So a lot of heavy platforming. A little bit of item collection. Pseudo crafting, I wouldn't call it actual crafting. There's a hidden node right there, turns that. Jump across, and you enter your last room. Now, this is where your exit is, but also the main reason you came. You came for a high yield solar panel. And you will find it behind the 12 boxes right here. Boom. So it's time to get out of here. And you'll see your escape route right through this window into our last area.
Hello, this is Samuel Rojas. Welcome to my level. We are first introduced a basic jumping. We are rewarded for that. Here we can't pass through these debris. However, this car can be moved with the grab node. We just have to move it a little bit. It's not necessary to move it all the way around. There are hidden collectibles throughout this level. There's one under that car, and that car can be moved. Here we have to crouch, and we see that there is a hidden collectible there too. This part, the player has two options to reach to the upper part. The first one is climbing this pile of cars. The second one is getting into that old house, getting the reward, jumping, and finally getting to this part. Here we have to use that lifting machine, but it's not powered up. We need to find something to make it operate, and that item is located here. We find a fuse and we place the fuse here. The lifting machine moves up that box that we use as a stepping stone. We get to this closed space. The system or the game tells the player that he has to break the window over there in order to get to the next objective, which is find an alternative way. Now we see that this bridge isn't complete. The only way to make it complete is by activating that switch. We can't manually operate it, however, the grapnel can. We have to jump here because the bridge is not complete. This is a dead end, however, we can go to the bottom of this hill. There are hidden collectibles here too. This is a safe point. This is only water, and it is meant to tell the player that among all this contamination there is fresh water. This wall can be moved up with a grapnel. The player is rewarded for progression, and we move then to the second floor. Here the challenge increases a little bit more. There are two turrets here. We have to operate that switch over there, but again we need a fuse. So we break the glass, avoid the lasers, get the fuse, and activate the switch. The switch opens the door. There's a hidden collectible here. Those lasers kill instantly the player, so we have to avoid them. Here it seems that we can't pass through these lasers, however, we can. This is the bridge zone, and the bridge zone we find that the bridge is not complete, so we have to find again an alternative way. We get into this house. We move this platform over here, jump inside, move the platform over here, move this window with the grapnel, and now we are free to jump. There's a hidden room here where we can find a hidden collectible. We use the grapnel again to move this platform. This door is locked, so we have to find another way to get to the other side. We use this car as a stepping stone. Looks like the only way to get to the other side is through that ventilation shaft. In order to get there, we move this box here, we jump, and then jump again. It's recommended to press shift so the camera is placed in the right position. This ventilation shaft, it's a little bit long, and it's intentionally designed in this way to create kind of a tension in the player. Here we see the last collectible. We are getting closer to the end of this level. This is the last part of my level. Here is my featured asset. This is an electric field. Once the electric field is activated, it will activate that switch, and the switch will open this door. But we have to activate the switch of the electric field first. We have to deal with these lasers once again, but it's not that difficult. We can't manually activate the switch, but the grapnel can. Now we see that the door is opened, and we are free to get the last item of this level. Thanks for watching.